Hello, guys. Welcome back to our next episode of the United Lime Football Channel. Yes, guys. Today we're gonna discuss the game against Crystal Palace in the EFL Cup, a competition in which we are the defending champions, and we begin the defense of our trophy. Yes, guys, our trophy that we won last year. Well, this year, last season, and we begin with a victory of 3-0. The goal scorers today were Casemiro, Garnacho, and Anthony Martial. Now, this is a competition in which I want us to win. I want us to defend our trophy. I also want us to have a very good run in the cup competitions. That is the FA Cup and the Champions League. We need to have very long run in these competitions to have a successful season, by which we will attract more quality players to the club in the summer, and the team will only improve and build on confidence. Once you begin to win stuff, that feeling of always winning a trophy is gonna flow through the squad, and we're gonna get confident, know that we can get it done. Know that we're not going to go to semi-finals and finals. We are going to go all the way, and we are going to win competitions, and we need to start with these simple competitions and then move on to the Premier League. That is a competition I want us to compete in and also to win it. The Premier League, that's a competition I want us to win very soon. But we need to win these cup competitions, build the confidence in the squad, and then we can say, okay, then we're going to go all out for the Premier League. With that being said, the starting lineup that Eric Ten Hag chose today, it showed me that he's taking this competition very serious. He went with a lot of experienced players. I thought he would have rotated a lot more. I thought that Casemiro would not even be in the squad. But Eric Ten Hag, he likes to keep his spine. He likes to keep his senior players playing every game. And we have so much games to play next week up until the international break in October. We have Crystal Palace again on the weekend, then Galatasaray. Then I think it's Brentford. And then the international break. With Casemiro, he's playing 90 minutes every game. So I thought this was a game in which he could have got some rest, like he did with Bruno Fernandes, like he did with Marcus Rashford. Give Casemiro a rest, let him recharge his batteries, and then he can come back into the team for the weekend, because he's also gonna go away and play at Brazil. Let's hope he just get to play one game, not both games. How much game Brazil is playing in the international break, because he's gonna come back to Manchester United and he will be in the starting 11 playing 90 more minutes. So I thought this was an opportunity in this competition to give Casemiro some rest. He chose not to, and he performed very well. I will get some more details when I'm doing the player ratings. Uh, Let me get my notes out. So let's begin with starting 11 that Eric Ten Hag chose for this game. He went with Onana in goal, Diego Dalot right back. Centre back was Rafael Varane and Harry Maguire. Left back was Amrabat. Here he played most on the left back, but he also stepped into the midfield as well. In the midfield was Casemiro, Mason Mount, and Hannibal. And then on the left was Garnacho, the right was Facundo Pellistri, and up top was Anthony Martial. That was starting 11 that Eric Ten Hag went with, and they were very easy. We didn't get out of second gear all game. Crystal Palace, they begin, they start the low block and try to hit us on the counter. But scoring those two goals in the first half, it enabled us to have a very comfortable afternoon in the second half. And it was very, very easy. The first half, Banana was a spectator for all the first half. They didn't do much, they did nothing in the first half. And I must say that scoring those early goals, it settled us and it allowed us to dominate the game. We had majority of possession. Crystal Palace, they just sit back. In the second half, they made a change where they went to a back three with backs and three midfield and two up top, and they were pressing us higher up the pitch. And after we scored that third goal, it was game over, honestly. We just dominated possession, we knocked the ball around, and we just tried to keep possession and kept things ticking over the middle of the park. And it was a very fairly comfortable win for us, and a game that we were expected to win. And we went out and did a workman-like performance, and we put in a very good performance. And what I love about this performance is that the domination, is that the goals, is that the clean sheet, is the fact that even up 3-0, we were still tracking back, we were still working hard off the ball, we were still pressing aggressively, we were still high up the pitch, we were still searching for more goals. We kept going, going, and going. And that's all you could ask for the guys who did not relax, who did not get complacent. When I say the game was easy, we kept possession, knocking the ball around, but we were also seeking opportunities to attack, which we did. And we did very, very well throughout the game. We dominated, a clean sheet again, and a back-to-back clean sheet. Yeah, back-to-back clean sheet. And we need to keep this momentum, keep it going. Let's take it in stages. So we have a couple more games to go on the international break. Let's say, okay, no goals conceded, maximum points. Do it in 5 games, 5 games. We don't need to look at, okay, for the next rest of the season, we're going to concede this, we're going to do this. No, let's take it 5 games, increments, small increments, and then we add it up until the end of the season. We see where we are, but we're off to a good start. After that Brighton defeat, our victory against Burnley, victory against Crystal Palace, back-to-back clean sheets, and that's all we can ask for the guys. And they came in and performed, and yeah, really, really good performance. Oh, sorry. After the Bayern defeat, we had Brighton then Bayern, yeah. So after the Bayern defeat, we are back-to-back clean sheet. One more thing. Okay, let's get into the player ratings now. Andre Onana, he gets a 7. I'm telling you why I get a 7. First half, he was just a spectator, just a bystander. But as a goalkeeper, you have to always be switched on. You have to always be aware that that the opposition might have a chance, and you cannot concede. You can never be lackadaisical in the goal. You have to always be switched on. And I think it was a first shot on target. Mateta, he had a shot on a save with his leg. And then Mateta again. Johnny Evans, he was late in stepping up, playing him on side. And he drilled a shot on Onana. He used his left shoulder, yeah, to make a save. It is unconventional, but as a goalkeeper, just keep the ball out the net. No matter how spectacular the save is, no matter how silly, how clumsy it is, at the end of the day, keep the ball out of the net. And that's all we ask for from our goalkeepers. Keep a clean sheet. For that, he gets a 7. Diego Dalot, he gets an 8. He was very good attacking. He was very good defensively. A clean sheet as well for the back line. And when Mason Mount went off, he was the one taking corners and stuff, adding to his versatility. We know he can play both wing back position. We know he can play right wing as well. So we know he can play further up the pitch. Now he's adding set piece to his repertoire, and that's the evolution I want to see of a player. We want to see the players stepping up. We want to see players adding responsibility to their game. We want to see players improving every season, and for that, that's just a whole lot of praise for Diego Dalot. Again, he's playing lots of minutes and he still looks very fit. He's still performing very well. He gets an 8. Rafael Varane, he gets a 6. He just kept things simple, wasn't at any risk. He will have tougher competitions coming forward. It was a very relatively easy game for him. He gets a 6. Harry Maguire, he gets a 7. He did what was asked from him. He kept a clean sheet. He was strong in the tackle. He didn't put a foot wrong. He did very, very well. Came back into the team, starting, playing full 90 minutes. When a player performs, you have to give him his due, and he did really, really well. He gets a 7 today. Left back was Amrabat. He gets an 8. He gets an 8 because first half, he plays a left back, but he was stepping into the midfield. He was stepping up. He tackled. He's a very good passer to football. He has lots of energy, as we witnessed when he went into midfield. Come second half, when Mason Mount went off, he went into the middle, and he did really, really well. He was pressing up the pitch. I'm excited to see him and Casemiro playing in the middle of the park. They both can tackle. They both can pass. They have lots of energy. Once we're fully fit, this team will be okay. We will be alright. Once we're fully fit, every little thing is gonna be okay. Casemiro, he gets a 9 goal assist. He gets a 9. A 9, he dominated the middle of the park. He bossed the midfield, he ran the show. He made some very, very Paul Scholes-esque passes. His range of passes today was spectacular. He did really, really well. He tackled, he passed, he tracked back, he run, he scores, he assists. Casemiro, man of the match, he gets a 9 for that performance. If he had one more goal, if he had one more assist, I would have given him a 10. But from this game, this performance, it's a 9 from Casemiro. And I said before in my previous videos, once he is fully fit, everything will come back and the quality will come back and he will perform at a level that we expected from Casemiro. He came back not fully fit, and now with more training sessions over the week, over the days, he is showing us the flavor of football that we come to expect from him from last season. Casemiro, 9, man of the match. Mason Mount, he went off half time, but his first half display, it's a bit 7 or 8, 7. I'm gonna go with 8. I'm gonna go 8. He had the assist for the Casemiro goal. He's on set pieces to the corner, leading to Casemiro goal, and he made an exquisite pass to Pelestri. He switched the play from our left back position to Pelestri on the right wing, and Pelestri played in Diego Dalot. He cut back for a Garnacho. That was our first goal. Mason Mount, he ticked the ball over in midfield. He kept his passing short, simple, long passes. They were on point. He does lots of energy up and down, and he gets an 8 for the performance. For me, he has to start on the weekend. He did enough to start on the weekend. Hannibal, he continued to impress. He got a next chance. And he came into this game, he was a subdued performance based on the previous game, but he had lots of energy, he kept running. He needs to learn not to pick up silly yellow cards because it will cost him minutes in the future. It will cost him game time. Once he got a yellow card, he made two clumsy tackles, and I think that's why he got pulled. I think that Eric Ten Hag was going to give him the full 90 minutes, but with those two clumsy tackles in the second half, Eric Ten Hag he did not want to risk going down to 10 men, so he pulled Hannibal. There's performance, he gets a 7. The wingers, Pelestri, he gets a 7. He is an old-fashioned winger. And like Diego Dalot, he is adding more to his game. The previous times I watched him, like previous seasons, he used to just go on the outside. But now he's coming inside. We know he could dribble. We know he could get past his players. He could skip past his players, his opposing players. We know he could do that. But he was always on the outside. Now he's coming inside. He's adding a next dimension to his dribbling and to his game. Very good coaching staff. Round of applause for the coaching staff. He gets a 7. He was not as good as this next player up, Alejandro Garnacho. He gets an 8. This is a player that I'm very excited about. It's a player that I've made my feelings known about him. He has a very high ceiling. I think he will be very, very good for Manchester United. He needs game time. He needs to be playing consistently to improve his game. We know he can dribble, we know he can shoot, we know he can pass. He just needs to be consistently playing with Anthony out, with Sancho out. The right wing is up for grab. He can play either one, and he just needs to be in the team. He needs to get minutes, he needs to perform, and he's producing goals and assists. I like this kid so much. He's one for the future, and we need to develop this talent. We can't allow this talent to go by the wayside. We need to develop this talent. He gets an 8. Anthony Martial, he gets a 7. He scored a goal, the third goal. He took his goal really well. He had a good run, a one-time finish, left foot, bang. Back across the keeper, into the back of the net. But that was just about it. They didn't really did much in the game. And that's just how a striker is for Manchester United now, where it's like a grade half shift. We don't really have lots of chances creating for our strikers. But he ran the channel, he worked, he held the ball up really well, and he gets a 6. Sorry, a 7. And he's also working his way back from full fitness. Now we have the substitution. Victor Lindelof, he came on 45th minute, he gets a 7. Playing left back, he did really well. He was going forward, defending, heading. He did a very tidy job. He gets a 7. Johnny Evans, he came on 60th minute, he gets a 6. Dan Gore, he gets a 6. He made some really, really good tackle. He made some good pass, some dribble, the half turn. He did good in the middle of the park. He gets a 6. Next player for the future is just that now in Manchester United, the midfield is so stacked that he's just so far down the pecking order. He needs to grab his opportunity in this cup competition, and he also needs to perform so we can win our games in this cup competition, so he can have opportunities to play more games. Van der Beek, he gets a 6. Rasmus Holland, he gets a 6 as well. Now Eric Ten Hag, he gets an 8 for me for this performance. His starting 11 was okay. His tactics were okay. His substitutions, I think he made this substitution like he was aware he wanted to make this substitution before the game. He was giving players coming back from injuries game time, getting them some minutes, slowly building them up to full fitness. And he gave Mason Mount 45 minutes. I was surprised when I see Mason Mount not coming back out. And then his press conference, he was like, it's okay, it was planned. So he gets an 8 for that. He also did the same thing with Amrabat Rafael Varane. They had 60 minutes and then they came off. Again, working their way back from full fitness. He gave them an hour to work on their fitness. Rafael Varane, he will be in the game. Amrabat, they will be involved on the weekend for sure. Uh, yeah, that's about it. Everything I guess an 8. Very good performance. We advance in the cup competition. We move to the next round and we go marching on and on and on. Thank you so much, guys, for all the support. Thank you, guys, for being here with me on this journey. Thank you very much. And please like, share, and subscribe. Until the next one, see you guys again.